1 second. We are going to start recording. So, as some of you may know, last week live on Beam and Twitch, I started doing an illustration based on Super Mario's Luigi. You can see it here on my screen. I have the illustration that I drew in my handy notebook. I always keep a lot of sketch pads around, and I drew it with my Pentel Quicker Clicker mechanical pencil that I've been using since 7th grade. Not this exact one, but I've been using this style since 7th grade. Unfortunately, they don't sell that in Germany, so I have to import them. But all that aside, I love it and I continue to use it, so it's a great pencil. So what I did is I took a picture of the illustration. I either did it with my camera, my Canon 450D, or my cell phone, and then I placed it into Photoshop. And then I cleaned it up a little bit, and then I brought it over in Illustrator and I made it as a template. So as you can see on the screen, we have the initial drawing of Luigi. Now when I draw something in my sketchbook or notebook or wherever I draw it, even on a napkin, you know, it starts out as a sketch. So that means once I bring it over into Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, I may make changes, I may redevelop certain parts of it, and so forth. But I was really happy. I wanted to create a little Luigi that kind of referenced the old school Super NES, where, you know, they had that very rectangular movements and so forth as they ran. So that's why his arms are like that. But I also wanted to give him a little bit of like a modern look and feel with some roundness too. So I'm just going to walk you through the different parts because he is now complete. So what I did was I started out by creating an outline. I'm going to turn off the illustration. And so I took my stylus and my Wacom Cintiq Companion and I basically drew Luigi. Used different little brushes, sizes, widths, and then what I did was I expanded each line. Now that gave me the opportunity to turn it into a live paint and create a fill. Let me show you 1 second. And so I gave it its main color. So that was the main color of Luigi. So basically all I had to do was go, I'll just show you the tool right where it is. And see, I just hover over it with whatever color I want and click OK, and it fills that space. So I was pretty happy. And originally I started out with his jeans, giving them or his overalls, I guess I should say, a solid blue or navy color. And then I thought, okay, you know, maybe it was like I think a year ago I created a minion in Illustrator using just textures and various techniques, and I actually used a jeans texture for his overalls. So I thought, you know what, maybe let's scrap that solid color of Luigi's overalls and give him kind of a jean texture. So I brought that in, I turned that into a swatch over here, and then I filled that space, and then I created a lighter version so that I could fill that space, his little pocket, and then his his little rolls on his pants and his little straps for his overalls itself. So with that being done, I went through and started giving him all this extra detail. So this is all the extra detail that I created, and I'm just going to turn off the main color real quick, that way you can see. So every little spot right here was just extra color, extra highlights, extra shading that kind of would make him pop a little bit more and so forth. So that was the idea behind it. And I'm going to zoom in this way you can see everything, how he looks. Oh, and I also filled in his eyes so you can see. And with some of his highlights, I kind of wanted to give it kind of that 80s look, you know, where it wasn't like a full shading or highlight, that it was more like a rounded, just a little piece of it, like a bubble. So that's why I did that with his arm right here, and on his hat, and his hair, and also in his mustache, because I thought that would look better. And I also gave him the dotted line for the seams of his overalls, because I thought that would look really cool. And so here you see the full version. But, you know, I wasn't done there. I still wanted to do something extra special for him. So let me show you. So I designed a little one-up, so he gets an extra life. And because, of course, he is part of the Super Mario Brothers universe, we had to get that little mushroom in there. And so I really liked that. That had that nice digital feel. And just so you see, for his outline, I didn't use a solid black. I used a more lighter, darker gray. So this way he would stand out. But I still wasn't done. I decided to give him a glow. And we'll scroll around a little bit so you can see how Luigi looks. So I was pretty happy with Luigi. I think he looked really cool. And I shared him on Instagram. And he was really popular. I showed the process and everything as well. And then, let me go over onto my second monitor. I'm going to pull a website up. Because I actually uploaded him into my Redbubble store. So this way I could actually sell the design. Let me just log in here real quick. 1 second. It's taking a little while to load. For some odd reason, Firefox is not working the best. Just doing this in a separate monitor, this way I can log in without anybody seeing my passwords and so forth like that. Give me 1 second. Alright. Now he may stay up on Redbubble, he may not. He could possibly get taken down. Sometimes they're finicky about what they leave up. Especially when it comes to characters and fan art. So give me 1 second and I will. here. So here you can see I uploaded him to Redbubble, which is really cool. So now people can actually order the graphic. I'll show you on the t-shirts and even a pillow. There's all kinds of little nifty things that I created with it. You can order him on. And the great thing about Redbubble is for artists they give a good percentage, so that's nice. Some other sites don't allow you to set a percentage. And you can change the color of the t-shirt. I think he looks better on a darker color because that's what he was made for. And as you can see, you can order it as a pillow, something fun. And there's actually 3 different sizes of the pillows, which are great. And I do have a link on my page where you can see and so forth. And the pillow is front and back too, printed. I actually ordered a couple things from Redbubble myself. I don't know why that's not loading up. And let's see what it looks like on a different style of outfit. Maybe the dress, because I did add him to a dress. So you can wear Luigi as a nice dress if you're going to like a cool gaming event, or you just want to have something retro and awesome. You get him on a sweatshirt. Again, I think the graphic looks better on something that's all black or a darker color. You get it on a V-neck shirt. You get it on a graphic shirt. On different cell phones. Coffee mugs and so forth. So yeah, that's basically Luigi. Let me give you a full view of him. Not too long to create. I took my time creating him on Twitch and Beam because I wanted to show the process of him, so that way people could learn, and if people had questions they could ask. To me that was very important. Whereas normally if I was doing this graphic, if I really put the time into it, I would be finished with him in one day, especially since I already drew out the sketch of him in a sketchbook. So in one day I can usually crank out like a character like this and so forth. So yeah, cool. So I hope you enjoyed the creation of Luigi. I hope you come back and view more of my artwork, and thanks. And I'm going to stop the recording now